Now this is a new series I'm working on, to be called The Continuing Adventures of Pepper, Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fairlaine, Faxwell, as told, written, and performed by Paul Bedard. Pepper, Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fairlaine had earned her doctorate in the various and varied studies of archaeologically decided ambitions of extraterrestrial etymology. She invented, using recycled cardboard, a high-tech flying machine for the purposes of sallying forth to the curiously uninviting planet Saturn's as yet unexplored, potentially life-supporting moon, Titan, which, by the way, was semi-annually prone to sinus infections and bombardments of sonata-composing coconuts from a galaxy of toilet paper roll-orbiting whipped cream horseshoes, which it is claimed by various viceroys of alphabet soup-slurping coffee shop extension ophthalmologists wept miserably whenever the name of the octopus macabre was disrespected by Nicholas McNabb, the cab-driving crab. And so most, if not all, of these horseshoe-shaped planets spoke French, Italian, and Spanish with a thick Bostonian accent. Pepper had purchased the recycled cardboard, which would be used by herself and Masagami Deuteronomy as a new form of space vehicle that was propelled through vast arenas of previously unconquerable space by temporarily rewriting the laws of physics, by dipping Q-tips in stale molasses, and writing the mayor of New York City anonymous Dear John letters from Queen Victoria's lap-sleeping iguana. The doctorally diplomaed extraterrestrial etymologist Pepper, Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fairlaine Fitzpatrick had only the previous afternoon been banned from summer stock, Piggly Wiggly, and all the Shakespeare revivals, with the written and signed exception of those in which President Trump played Richard III. Episode 1. Not much was known about Pepper, Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fairlaine's etymological concerns, excepting that she and her associate etymologists had been banned in 437,486 countries, in 5,435 continents, for the sole reason that she'd married 4 years previously a door-to-door sitz-bath salesman who had 7,546 prostate glands, 472 thumbs, and a forked tongue that could sing like Nat King Cole on laughing gas when the mood overtook him. Pepper suffered from an extremely rare form of vertigo that caused her to purchase from out-of-town department stores 32,675 red, white, and blue ornamented parasols every day during the season of Lent, as her New Year's resolution, instead of committing to her first choice, which was to learn how to play Monopoly with the ghost of Hamlet's father, who had a very curious habit of going to the men's room every 2 minutes to smile at himself in the mirror, and returning to the Monopoly game wearing 17 pairs of turtleneck sweaters imported from noble Spaniards, who preferred eating green tomatoes while hunting hunchback whales, without waiting for the window-washing, willy-nilly, Humphrey-humping, horseshoe hares looking at you, bubble, flute, walking boot, Katie, to bell the boo-hoo bell-bottomed bull-fighters, from riddle, rue, 12-ring, toad, tackle, and baiting, rice paddy-nating, nowhere to be seen, to wiggle downstream, dipped in pickle-jarred whipped cream the previous evening. So what? It's only by chance, dearest Pepper, that I came sooner than later to clean out your refrigerator. Sick a pre-plucked pickle Patsy after him, screamed Pepper at the purple-toed, toll-booth toad. who spent every summer teaching Tai Chi to the Washington, D.C. plumber with 7 plump turkeys in his tickle-cube, triple-tubed ballyhoo sky-blue retinue of safe-cracking, cracker-and-cheese-eating, poetry-contesting, continent-hopping, popsicle-propellering practitioners of practically pragmatic pizza-delivering jump-the-pump and unshell the pistachio-maxio national shortage of carbonated sodas from South Dakota. Oh, yeah? You think so? I'll put a Miff-the-Biff muffler system alongside your mail-order bride's low-tide Victrola. But don't you dare blame it on Noah. He's not the one with the breadcrumb cake, and neither is Nate. I hesitate to negotiate with the purple-plumbed general practitioner. And so Pepper Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fourlaine, Fairborn rode a curly-tailed bod squad hog to town, where she found the man of her dreams, a giant praying mantis hunting, bass-thumping, rail-jumping Joseph Mostavoliff from the town of Rolling Greens. They higgled, they pickled, they pulled, pushed, and pried, and they just could not tell which nun was hiding under her habit, the rabbit, from Nantucket's bucket-selling, backwoods, alphabeting, goose-pimple, covered, undercover, poke-joke plumber, who once, long ago, was struck in back of a Buick by a woodchuck, and everyone knew it. I wonder, good old Pepper said, plucking boo-hoo rose petals from out of her 10-foot wide brim hat, as she handed me the same phone that some stranger from North Detroit handed her. If we'll ever see the day when 2-headed crayfish pray to heaven, simply for a hard-worked week's modest pay. But beg my pardon, Miss Pepper, but there's a gold-minted, galloping, Milton-esque, goose-winged, molecule-mincing lion from East Baltimore at the door, who says you're his Spanish Delta yodeling yam sandwich, you-hoo-hoo, two-shoed, Siddhartha, Martha Mink, the link lemoneer. Would you like to have an audience with his royalty, Madam Pepper? And the highly haystacked Halifax vacationing viceroy and victory-booted battle-axing, income-taxing, everlasting, Vixie-noodled, no-badaddy, microwave octave, mixing monkey, Mondayed, quarterbacking, quintessentially, double-quick, nickel-pickle plucking, etymology existential, bi-monthly rental lady of Lucky Stod, Limo Santos, Sin Blow, Sin Virtue, salmon sandwich, country shack, rocking chair roaders, looked out at once at her wristwatch and twice at her rug-curled, web-toed pug-nose, and peeling her nasty old self a middle-of-the-road bipartisan, boo-hoo, Sunday basking, city buccaneering, you ain't all thereing pair of purple-plucked roebuck earring, mush moose potatoes, and tended twice a day by Daisy Dunce buckets, booze hounding and button vested twice daily, late arrested, government tested, tickle the pickle piece, buttoning, singing salamander, finally said as if by Fulbright candle fed, let him in by the mouse hole, alongside mincing Cindy's money bag, would you, my dear? Snorkeled Pepper Hooligan, Fireboodle, Fairfax, Fairlane, Freddle Metal, standing on her hands by the slick-back-haired St. Buick hire a liar to light my parlor fire. Tittlemouse testing by IQ Retinue, the blues guitarist from Halifax, with a safety pin from Canton, Ohio, Mill Mayo. And so the gold-milted goose-winged one, doffing once, doffing twice, her thrice triple fried, trisk-abiding, left-hand keyboard-plucking, wine tasters from Oklahoma City had pity on the three-poodled, unvaccinated unicorn born without antennas, moose antlers, or curly-cuffed vampire slaying seek-a-second opinion minions from the deepest bowels of get-down-to-it hell. And all by now is once again, well,